Hey everyone, I am Nick.
And I'm Russ.
And if you're looking for a podcast about current events that's well-informed, highly educated, and safe to share with your whole family,
that's not us.
Nope, it's not. But here at the Nick and Russ Don't Know Anything podcast, we have an opinion about everything and don't mind sharing it.
That we do. New episodes every Wednesday and Saturday. Check us out at nickandruss.com.
And find us on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and many more, including YouTube. Thank you, and I love you all. Mwah!
From the Big Heavy World Studios in Burlington, Vermont, this is The Anything Show with John Francois. I hope you know what you're in for.
All right, let me tell you something. That intro is lying, okay? I'm not actually at the Big Heavy World Studios in Burlington, Vermont. Right now, I'm actually based at the Magic 97.7 Studios in Lyndonville, Vermont. Let's see, what is it? Thursday, September 3rd, as we record this. I'm not able to do the show live on the radio for Labor Day weekend because of some wedding plans. I'm not getting married, but I am attending a wedding. So for now, we're going to just record this elsewhere. John Francois here in Lyndonville, Vermont, and my partner in crime, Main Squeeze Mary, coming to us from her apartment in Newport, Vermont. Hello, Mary.
Hello, how art thou?
Thou is hungry, Mary. I don't know why I decided to do the show without much food in my stomach, so I'm going to maybe be a lot crazier than usual. But you know what, Mary?
It's a great plan, John.
That's a great plan to not eat before the show?
No, I said it's not a great plan.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Like I told you off the air, Mary, the story that we're about to do is going to make you wish that you did not have dinner before we recorded this. So,
Unlikely. I have a very strong stomach.
Fine. Yeah, we were talking off the air about how Mary has a big D energy stomach. So
that's right.
Yeah. So watch out, guys. Watch out, guys. Your manhood might be threatened.
Always threatened.
Oh, Jesus.
When I'm around.
Oh my God, Mary. Whoa! Look at me. I'm sweaty and anxious right now. Hey, coming up in 17 to 20 minutes right here on The Anything Show, I'm going to be speaking with Philadelphia-based artist collective DOOTS. Now, this group happens to feature one of my former acting classmates from back in the days when I was in college. We're going to do a courtesy COVID-19 wellness check with the band. We'll learn about the progression of their music since debuting in 2009. We'll play a couple of songs from their latest album, The Mess. The Mess can actually be streamed everywhere right now. You can find out more information at illdoots.com. Please listen to The Anything Show on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, wherever you get podcasts. Rate, review, subscribe, follow us. You can find us on Facebook at The Anything Show and on Instagram at Anything Show Francois.
Do it, people.
Yeah, do
it. Famous.
Do it, or else Mary will attack you with her big D energy stomach.
That is correct.
Oh, Lord. Don't you...
It'll make you vomit all over the place.
Whoa! Okay. You're swinging that elephant in my face and you're making me vomit? What the heck is wrong with you? All right, Mary, shall we get to some headlines?
We shall.
Okay, Mary, get ready. You say you have the big D energy stomach. There's this new study that came out that found the best way for people to keep off the weight they lose just might be eating capsules of their own feces.
Yeah, how about we don't?
Hey, look, the researchers say it's good for keeping their gut bacteria regulated. Look, I mean, what do you think about that, Mary? Because I think you said you've wanted to lose a couple pounds here and there. So maybe, you use the bathroom one day and then you look at your poop and say, all right, here we go. Here's my diet.
So, first of all, you're not supposed to eat that. That goes against literally everything. I mean, you're not even really supposed to drink your pee, but you can if you, boil it down and stuff. But all of the waste that's in your fecal matter, that it's in there for a reason. It's to be eliminated. If it was supposed to be in your body, it would stay there.
Yeah.
That second of all, that's just...
I mean, well,
Why?
hey, if experts are saying we should eat capsules of our own feces to lose weight, then I mean, can we really question the opinion of experts?
Experts on Snopes.com.
I don't know. Look,
Dictionary. Like, I highly doubt reputable scientists and professionals actually say that.
you may be right.
That is repulsive.
Yeah. And you know what? I feel like you don't even have to eat like the capsules of the feces. I feel like just the idea of eating your feces will be enough to make you vomit. And as we know, if you vomit enough, you lose weight. So boom, you saved yourself some time.
True. I mean, maybe that's the aim that they're looking for, to make people vomit without calling it whatever the eating disorders are, bulimia, and anorexia, and all that, without calling it that. So let's just make people eat their own crap, and then they'll vomit, and it's fine. Then
God, oh my God! So we're promoting a feces diet. We're promoting bulimia. I mean, whoever made this study should really just lose their license.
Yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? Something less nasty, another headline right here on the Anything Show. Researchers looked at over 20 studies on napping, Mary, and how it affected the health of about 300,000 people. They found that a 19% higher risk of early death is possible for people who take a lot of naps. Now, I feel like
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because if there's anything I know about you is that when you sleep, you sleep. I mean, you have those moments where you like to sleep.
Yeah, like I often take naps. Like if I don't have anything to do for the whole day, if I'm not working, or if I'm not if it's a rainy day or whatever, and I really don't plan on doing anything at all, I will nap for a lot of hours. I'll sleep a lot of the day, and then I'll sleep all night.
Wow. So next time you have a lazy Sunday, it could truly be your last Sunday on Earth, Mary.
It could.
Oh, my
Very
God.
well could.
And are you content with that? Let's just say, you go in, taking a 20-hour nap knowing that this may be your last day. Are you content with the life you've lived?
Well, you know what, John? Think of it this way. This is how I prefer to think of it.
Yes.
If it happens, if I take a nap and that's my last nap, then it's not my problem anymore.
Okay, how? Is it not your problem?
Because I'll be dead, so it's not my problem anymore.
Okay, all right. I mean, but you're going into it knowing that you're going to die. So isn't that a form of suicide in a way?
But it's not my problem anymore.
Yeah, because you're already dead. But I'm talking about on the way to the death. Isn't it still your responsibility? And you have family and friends that care about you. Your boyfriend as well. Come on now. Aren't you going to care about them?
It won't be my problem anymore.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, Mary may be resting in peace after, this weekend? So, all right. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
Rip.
So Main Squeeze Mary may be over. You know what also is over, Mary?
What?
The phone call, apparently. The era of the phone call is over. I was looking at this survey from YouGov. It finds that the overwhelming majority of people would rather have you text them than call them. The only exception would be people over 55. Now, how do you feel about phone calls? Are you okay with them, or are you just no, just text me?
I'm okay with them. I like to talk on the phone sometimes. If it's something stupid and unnecessary that doesn't have to be said over a phone call, just I don't know, just one simple question, then yeah, text it to me. But if I want to actually have a conversation with someone, then a phone call I prefer. Or if it's if we're trying to figure out plans or whatever, yeah. I prefer it over the phone because it's faster and easier.
Yeah, I totally get it.
I hate making plans over text. I really do.
Because you have to wait for that response, and, everybody texts on their own time. So, you could be making plans for Saturday night at 8, and Saturday night at 8 is when the person just gets the text, and therefore your plans have been ruined. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't mind phone calls. I just want to get a heads up, at least via text, that you're going to call me. For example, my mom, she's old fashioned. She likes to have a full conversation on the phone like any other old person. And I mean, and I got to be.
Don't call your mom old.
Well, hey, she's over 55 years old, and that's what they say in this survey. If you're over 55, you appreciate phone calls more than texts. Is she over 55?
Well, I'm an old lady because I appreciate phone calls more than text. So, but
yeah,
we all know this.
Yeah, you're a 95-year-old stuck in a 23-year-old spotty. We already got that. Actually, no, my mom is not over 55. She is 54. She's going to be 54 this year, so never mind. She's getting close to the over 55 range.
She's not old.
Anyway, but yeah, my mom would call me, and she would usually call me on a Sunday where I'm like all naked and sweaty and unshowered and tired, and I'm just like, oh my God, Mom, like give me an hour to get myself together, and she'd always be like, no, I'm your mother, okay? You can talk to me anytime. I don't care how you look. I don't care how you feel. Talk to me. And I'm like, no, I got to be mentally prepared for a phone call, Mom. God, it's crazy. But hey, I guess it depends. Phone calls, texts, it depends what situation you are in.
Sometimes I don't even like phone calls or texts depending on what time it is. If it's like 10 o'clock at night, I don't want to be talking to anybody. Like, just don't text me or call me.
Yeah.
Please don't ever do that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's just an invasion of privacy. I'm in bed. I'm trying to go to sleep. And then next thing I know, I hear a little ding or I hear my ringtone.
Right.
And I just my mood turns very sour very fast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. And next thing you know, you're going to be hurling feces at people. The same feces that we're trying to eat to lose weight. So
just say, eat them. It's good for you.
Oh, God. Ugh. Fecios, the new feces cereal. Oh, God.
God.
I know. Hey, feces is probably not something we're eating at Thanksgiving. Speaking of which, Mary, that brings me to my next headline right here on the Anything Show. They say that we may have to make plans for a Zoom Thanksgiving. According to public health experts, factors like school reopening, cold weather, holiday travel, fatigue over social distancing, and wearing a mask. It's going to make in-person Thanksgiving risky. I don't know, Mary. What do you think? I mean, would you be open to the idea of doing a Zoom Thanksgiving with your family?
I mean, it's only ever me, my mom, my dad, my brother, and then, like, maybe my grandma and uncle will come up, but that's it. I mean, we don't have, like, a 50-person Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but still.
So it wouldn't be a big deal for me because 4 out of the 6 of us live together, so...
Yeah, I mean, my family and I, we got together for 4th of July weekend. It was fine. We did not wear a mask. Sure, some might say that's irresponsible. And I think the rule is, like, if it's, like, more than 10 people, you probably should be social distancing and wearing a mask. And I think my family rounds out to about 10 people. So, I mean, if we have a mask around us, we'll keep it in track. But yeah, I'm kind of like you, Mary. I'm just, it's Thanksgiving. You got to be in person with the family, fighting over the turkey, and it's just not the same.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm not like getting close to people. I'm getting close to my plate of food.
Exactly.
So the only thing that'll get the corona is my turkey.
Right. I tell you, the day that we have to socially distance from our Thanksgiving food is the day where I leave this country.
Yeah, it's the day where I leave this planet.
Yeah.
I'll go to Mars.
And apparently you're going to leave this planet pretty soon since you want to take a nap to the point where you die. God, Mary. Suicide. Not a good thing.
Don't do it, kids.
Do
not try this at home.
Right. Yeah, kids, stay in school and don't kill yourselves. Oh, my God.
Oh, my
God. What a message we're putting out there. Anyway, oh my God, another food-related story coming from Oklahoma City, Mary. Did you hear about this 61-year-old guy in Oklahoma City? He was arrested after he showed up at a Taco Bell drive-thru naked and claimed all of his clothes were in the wash. Now, if you were a Taco Bell employee, would you serve this naked man in the drive-thru in his car?
I mean, it's a drive-thru. Like, he's not walking on your floors. He's not sitting butt naked on your chairs.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess what does it matter?
You wouldn't take a...
He's in his own car. You're behind the window.
That's true. You wouldn't take a peek-see to see what that 61-year-old is packing?
No, actually. Believe it or not, I don't think that would be a turn on for me. I think no.
All right.
I mean, I've been to the nude beach before, and there are very elderly men there.
Oh,
and
God.
I try my very hardest to not look.
Oh, yeah. Talk about a saggy surprise.
Yeah, no, I try very, very hard not to look.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking along the same lines as you. Like, if the 61-year-old man walked into the Taco Bell restaurant naked, then I'd be like, okay, what, no, we're not going to have this.
Yeah, but he's in his own car.
Exactly. It's his own property. Let him be naked in it. I do think he's lying about the clothes being in the wash. Like, I don't think literally everybody's like, if you're naked, I feel like it's not possible for all of your clothes to be in the wash. Like, you always have that backup pair of clothes that you've had for like 20 years. It's dirty, it's rusted up, it's in the back closet somewhere, and you maybe use it for these cases where all of your good clothes are in the wash. So I don't know. I just feel like this guy wanted to be pervy and naked for no reason.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. Hey, last story right here on the Anything Show as we're about to wrap up our headlines here. Oh, let's do a food story. Another one, because me and Mary are fat people. So, Mary, when you're like on a road trip, gas station, you obviously stop by to get a few snacks. What's your gas station order? What do you have to get at the gas station to eat or drink while you're on a road trip?
Either a water or a coffee or a 5 hours.
A water or a coffee or a what?
A 5 hours.
A 5 hour. So, do you not have any food in your possession? It seems like you're just having drinks that might kill you.
I'm getting there.
Okay, go ahead.
And probably a bag of chips or maybe a slice of pizza if it's Cumbies.
Ooh, Cumberland Farms. Yes, indeed. My gas station order, it's going to vary between donuts, a burger and fries combo, full pizza. Yeah, basically I order from a gas station like I order from a restaurant, so it's kind of disgusting. But yeah, some common gas station orders on road trips that people have written down: Sprite, Chester's Flamin' Hot Fries, Crispy Crunchy Reese's Bar, Dr. Pepper, Lay's Salt and Vinegar Chips, Sour Patch Kids. So it's the American way. When we're on the road, we just eat stuff that'll kill us.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a car, so we're already putting our lives in danger.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and that wraps up our equally dangerous headlines. If you have a headline that you would like to share with me and Main Squeeze Mary, let us know on Facebook at The Anything Show or on Instagram at Anything Show Francois. That's at Anything Show FRANCOIS. Oh my God, Mary, it's like I said hi to you 2 seconds ago, and now we have to wrap it up for our special interview.
I know, so quick.
Oh, God. But you know what? It's a worthy interview of our time, coming from Philadelphia-based artist collective DOOTS. I'm going to speak with them about their music career dating back to their debut in 2009. We're going to hear some music from their new album. We're going to check in with them, COVID-19 wise. So let's do it. It's The Anything Show. And Mary, I thank you for joining me as always.
Toodles.
Toodles.
lungs out, money mouth, funds out, time out. How am I in a Mickey Mouse funhouse? Whoa. Thought I was moving one way, but I ain't. Whoa. Thought I was love incarnate. Whoa. But I can't love if I hate y'all. Forgive and forget, I ain't really gonna fit from Philly, but kinda fickle on the fence. But I'ma break my stake in the ground right now. I'ma give you my love, cause we share one sound.
Don't you dream with your heartbeat?
It's a heartbeat.
What you need, feed your heartbeat. Don't you bleed, don't you dream with your heartbeat? We can see what you need, feed your heartbeat. Don't you bleed, don't you dream with your heartbeat? We can see what you need, feed your heartbeat.
It's the Anything Show. I'm Jean-Francois here at the studios in Burlington, Vermont. You just heard Heartbeat from the band DOOTS. Joining me not only on the air, but on Zoom video, which took me about 55 minutes to figure out. It's my first time on there, but thankfully the guys are patient. Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Go.
Wonderful. So there are 5 people in this band, just one by one. Tell us what your name is and what you contribute to the band.
Well, I'm Elle. I'm the vocalist.
Yo, I'm Us. I am the MC. Boom.
I'm Jay. I play drums.
I'm Scott. I play bass, and I'm the MD.
I'm Chubbs. I play keyboards.
Okay. So in my Zoom view right now, I can see 4 out of 5 people. I can see everybody but Scott. So Scott, you and me.
Much.
Wait, what was that?
You're not missing much.
No, I mean, you know, I maybe not. I have no idea, but yeah, it's kind of like I'm going to be talking to you in the dark, Scott. So just bear with me there for a second.
We're totally willing to describe him if you ever need us to.
Sure, a plain white dude.
If I remember correctly, he's like a white guy with glasses. Is that what Scott looks like?
No, that's Chubb.
That's the other one.
That's glasses, Scott.
We got a white guy without glasses, and then one with.
We
Wait, there's a
formerly
white guy
had
without glasses and a white guy with glasses?
Yeah.
There used to be more white guys with glasses. Okay, so this is a complicated metric we're working with. Okay.
Okay.
Scott,
okay.
Not. Scott rhymes with not having glasses.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's very deep. I didn't even think about that. So can we just start with a wellness check, like one by one? How have you guys been doing during COVID-19?
Ooh.
Oh, God. That bad, huh?
It's you know, the word I've been using is dynamic, man. There's extremely high highs and there can be some like really dastardly lows. But health wise, I'm doing well and my family's well. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about mental and psychological, you know, we all know it's a lot going on. But we ever moving forward. That's how I've been.
How about you, Elle?
Yeah, I have to echo that. You know, when it's great, it's great. And when it's tough, it's tough. And, you know, in all of that, you know, you're still just moving with a bit of gratitude in that way where you are still looking forward to seeing what the other side of this is going to be.
And Scott, who I can actually see right now on Zoom video. How you doing, man?
Hey.
I'm good. You know, I think at the beginning of this, I like alone time, you know? So at the beginning of this, I was like, you know, it wasn't the worst, but I will say I've had enough alone time to last me like till 2025 at this point. So like, it's beginning to, I'd like to like play a show, get in a room with these folks, like do all those things that I love. I'm over the quarantine stuff at this point, but otherwise, you know, I'm in a privileged position to even say that. Like otherwise I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm good, and everyone around me is kind of in that same boat. So fortunate, but sick of this.
Yeah. Now, Just Jay, I think you're coming to us from Florida, which I believe is one of the hot spots for COVID. So I guess I should really be asking you how you're doing.
So I guess, you know what? I am super safe. I'm super healthy. Glad to say that I am COVID negative. And if anyone in Philly does need to get tested, please do. It's so necessary. But I'm actually, I do live in Philly. I'm down here visiting some family in Florida. Drove literally for a whole 20 hours one day. And but to stay, just to stay safe, because trying to stay on the road, like, it isn't really safe out here, especially when you're also surrounded by red zone states like Alabama and Georgia. On the real, Georgia. Whew. But we stay safe getting down here. And our family even got tested before we got down here, and it's just this like pandemic's been very eye opening, for me internally, but also like locally, globally, just like how people really care for each other. I've seen a lot of love like during this time. And I've seen a lot of things going in the opposite direction. Can't necessarily call it hate, because, you don't necessarily need to hate to do some of the things that are happening in this country right now. But yeah, like my family, we're all staying safe. At some point, my sister did have a scare because she's a healthcare worker, but like she came back negative, and she's back with her family and her kids and stuff. So it's been positive for real.
Mm. Now, I did eat dinner not too long ago, but us just made me hungry for another one with a slice of pizza. Well, what the heck were you eating?
I have to shout out to Trader Joe's, who I know are working and need to keep working towards getting rid of all that Trader Ming, Trader Jose, all that nonsense. Okay, Trader Joe is fine. Joe can make whatever food he wants. We don't have to. But this arugula pizza, though, come on now, 425, 11 minutes in the oven.
Let's go.
Oh my God, that's awesome. So hey, we heard one of your guys' song "Heartbeat," and is that off the new album that's out right now, The Mess?
We do have one other person whose wellness we have to check on.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, Chubbs. Where's Chubbs? You see, he escaped from my Zoom view, so it's easy to forget about him. Chubbs,
here, I'll put him back
in. It's all good. Yeah, I'm doing well. Staying healthy. Ups and downs, like everybody else was saying. Yeah, it's tough not playing shows. This is like the first time, like, ever that, you haven't been able to like perform or go see live music. So it's that type of stuff, affects me. But we've been able to make it work, still like communicating and releasing music and, collaborating via the internet, but it's tough. It would be great to be in person, and I'm just fortunate, to stay healthy, and I don't know, keep putting out music, and yeah, I'm doing well. But
awesome, that's great. Now I want to know what this song "Heartbeat" is about that we just heard a while ago from DOOTS here, right here on the Anything Show. All of them joining me, by the way, on Zoom video as well as over the airwaves. In case you're just joining us, tell us what "Heartbeat" is about. What's the heart and soul of this song?
Ooh, great question.
I know. Starting with you, us.
So yeah, it's funny. I think it connects very much with the fact that I used to go by Phantom. So FKA, formerly known as Phantom, that used to be my MC name.
Right.
I have since changed it as a precursor to this album to Us. That has to do with really recognizing and highlighting and uplifting the connectivity between people. And I want to kind of, when you speak of me, that you are implicitly speaking of yourself and implying a connectiveness, right? And I'm trying to, like when Prince changed their name to a symbol, because that was a way to kind of protest copyright. And Scott, you can speak a little bit more to that, but like it was an act of protest in of itself. And that I'm walking in the feet of those ancestors and others who have done that same thing to make their name. You know what I mean? I say all that because Heartbeat is about that. Heartbeat is about the thing that connects us. I'm sorry, we got a little gnat or something, you know what I mean? I'm connected to that gnat as well, but I did attempt to kill it. But it's about our heartbeat. It's really just saying, like, don't you, don't I, don't we, don't us. For me, that's what is the heart and soul of that song. I don't know if you have some other thoughts.
Nah, I think you said that quite beautifully, that it's a connecting, a connectivity between, the individual and the collective. And really just, it's a bit of an awakening, I feel like, as well, that occurred when you wrote those lyrics for the hook, that there is a awakening of, this is not just about me, although it is, because we are a reflection of each other. So, yeah, we keep each other going. We're the heartbeat.
Take me back to the formation of this band, because I believe DOOTS first started in 2009. What led to the formation of DOOTS? Like, was there a certain void that you guys were trying to fill in the music scene? And anybody could answer. Maybe let's go to who has been there since the beginning. I know Us has been there since the beginning.
Yep.
Chubbs, have you been there since the beginning?
Yeah. Well, not like so the band started in Scott's dorm room freshman year. So the band wasn't really thought of to be a band until like spring of 2009, when our first mixtape came out, Meteor Music. And then, so yeah, Scott, you can hop in anytime.
Yeah, so basically what happened was Jay and I met each other through a mutual acquaintance. And and so we started playing together all the time, like several times a week, just bass and drums, just like playing beats and whatever. And we're in school for jazz, so this is like some like after hours we get to play hip hop beats all day. We're like, whatever. And so we did that for a long time. And then we're at an open mic, and like, small school, art school, open mic is like the thing, right? It's probably not like that at other colleges, but at UArts, where we were, you go to the open mics. And so we go, I don't remember if I played or not, but I do remember that Us did some poetry, like some spoken word stuff. And I was listening to it like, let's do raps. Like, I know, I could tell. Like, and so I hit him up, because I also had started making beats a few years earlier in high school, like really primitively, like really poorly. But as soon as I got to college, I really like dug in deeply on that. And so I reached out and I was like, hey, we jam and play beats. Do you want to come rap? And also, I make beats. Can I send you some beats? And so both those, it was almost like parallel processes, right? So like, he came and started and jammed with us a few times and freestyled, and like he could actually freestyle, which is like awesome. Cause so many people who rap cannot. And so that was cool, cause it was like, oh, we can like actually just jam with each other. And then he came to my dorm room and we started recording, and then we started recording like all the time. And then like we were getting noise complaints all the time. I got like called down to the residential like board or whatever, because they were just like, why are people in your room till 4 a.m. every night? Like, but we made a incredibly large album in that over the course of that first year together in school. Did not fit on an audio CD. It was that much music. And then we put it out, and then we were like, okay, we just put out our first mixtape. Let's play a show. But then it's like, oh, how do we play a show? And meanwhile, all year, as we've been creating music, there had just been this cast of characters just around that were sort of like friends from music school, like Chubbs and a whole bunch of other people that were just in the room when all this was happening and playing on the records. And even if they weren't playing on the records, they were just there when they were happening. And so when it came time to like, let's play a show, it became really obvious just looking around, like, yeah, you, let's put it together. And people already knew the songs like in a sort of general way. And so we I think we had maybe 2 rehearsals, and then we played our first show, and like for a first show, smashed. The turnout was crazy.
Wow.
We were like 12 people deep, full horn section and all that. And then the summer, we all parted ways, and when we came back sophomore year, it was like we'd had enough time to be like, oh, okay, we really need to like come back and just zone in on this, on being a band, and then also zoning on continuing to like write and record music. And then the rest is really history from there. Like it started to kind of snowball.
I'm speaking with the band Ill Dudes right here on the Anything Show. If you're just joining us, their album right now, their new album, The Mess, is out right now. So definitely go check it out. We just heard one of the songs off the album, Heartbeat. The name Ill Dudes itself, that's such a name that stood out for me for as long as I've known this band. What does the name Ill Dudes mean? And we can go with, I guess we can go to the person who came up with the name. Did a singular person come up with the name, or was it like a group collective thing?
So you got to take this, bro.
Okay, I've fielded this question before. I will continue to field this question after eternity and perpetuity. So the whole Doots thing, let's just cut to the chase. We did not think about coming up with a band name. We were busy making a million songs and not doing our homework. So we were like, yo, you know, it'd be funny. Like Jay Dilla, right? Haha, Dilla. Okay, yo, you know the Roots. Yo, I love Black Thought. Yeah, the Roots are tight, yo. And they're from Philly. Yo, crazy. Yo, what if it was like Dilla and the Roots? Dilla and the Roots. Yo, like, what if it was like Doots? Doots, you, Doots. Well, that's how we got Doots.
Wow.
And we just never changed it because we were still busy just making music. And I think probably about, I don't know, a couple months into just being Doots, I was like, yo, ill Doots. And then all of a sudden we were Ill Doots because I made one graphic in like clip art or whatever clip art is on Mac. I just got a Mac computer. I made a graphic and was like, look at this, Ill Doots. I put it up on our Facebook page, and all of a sudden the ill was in front of the Doots. Over time, however, like many of our pieces of art, many of our creations, we learned from them after the fact and find out that we were actually channeling something deeper or at the subconscious level. And found that ill is deeply steeped with meaning for us. It's actually an acronym. And so that illness, ill is I love living and I love learning. It took time for us. We had to actually keep living a little bit and start to become teaching artists. And continue to be, constant students to our music, the motherfuckers, the people who we love on music.
It's okay. We'll let it slip.
And that's how we kind of landed on I love living, I love learning. And then it was like, oh yeah, this is firm. Like perhaps we might've been like, should we change our name? Cause there's no point. And we were like, wait, hold up. There was a point the whole time. We just didn't realize it.
Right.
Still no point really to the Doots part.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Scott.
Still no super point to the Doots part, but that's okay.
The thing is, we built the legend on it, man. That's the crazy thing about it. Like people do know us as like the Doots. People who might not even put the ill in front, but like, yo, the Doots, like the Doots crew, like them Doots people, like Tasker House and the Doots. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Now we
the Ill Doots.
I do sign emails, Doots crew, although sometimes people call us Dots, and I can't say the word that I like to say to those people.
Okay. Hey, can you guys touch on the variety of music genres that you explore with your music? Because I think that's definitely one of the key things that strikes me about you guys. It's not really like you can't really just label you guys as like one specific thing. Like you guys seem to be an eclectic amount of things. So I don't know. Is Just Jay still here? Maybe we can get Just Jay on this conversation here. Or Chubbs.
Yeah, I'm here with you. Yeah. Who said Chubbs on this one? Yeah, you should.
I saw the notification that said Chubbs take this one. So I guess Chubbs answer this question.
Yeah, I mean, we draw from so many different influences. I started out like jazz was what made me want to pursue music full time, but also like funk and like Prince and Harlem Funkadelic and that type of stuff, which I think we draw upon. But also our whole, the hip hop side. Jay Dilla being the number one producer, But yeah. Anybody else? I mean, so many different people. I think that's why the music we make doesn't fit in a box. A lot of people don't really. We kind of find that when we were playing shows, you know, people weren't that comfortable putting us on a hip hop show, or like, I don't know, we're just kind of like hard to classify. So I think that's just due to the fact that we're drawing from so many different places.
Could I add to that?
Absolutely, Scott. Go ahead.
So, like, I think about it like we're the iPod generation. You know what I mean? Like, we grew up in a time where like we grew up pirating. You know what I'm saying? So like there's no I don't know what the statute of limitations is on that. Or our friends grew up pirating.
It's probably past gone. I think
we're good. Yeah. So we grew up pirating. So it's like I don't know. I feel like even as a generation or our age group, it's like eclectic taste in music is sort of like somewhat the norm now. But even with that said, I don't think a lot of like acts necessarily reflect, like, people have an eclectic set of artists that they listen to, but not necessarily music that is in itself is eclectic. And so like the way I describe our music to people is like hip hop is where we live. Like that's like the idiom for us, or like sort of the syntax that we work within. But
it's the culture. It's the culture.
Right. But then we traveled to other places and all of that sort of, and then, you know, like we come back home to where we're based. But it's like, again, we all grew up listening to anything, everything. Like everyone in this Zoom chat has a voracious appetite for music. And so the culmination of that is some sound that is somewhat hard to describe, somewhat hard to market, and but I think easy to enjoy.
Hey, El, any thoughts on that? About like you know anything from like the music you were exposed to growing up to the sound of the band? What are your thoughts on that, El?
I just feel like everybody keeps saying what I'm thinking, especially when we're talking about hip hop being the syntax and or like the culture or the format in which we create. Is very, hip hop is very scientific and very experimental at its core and at the root of it. And so what we do is grab like samples from everywhere, influences from everywhere, and it creates this unique, savory, flavorful flavor. And like everyone said, I also went to UARTS. I went at a different era, and I went in at a time where they still had two different majors, or only two different tracks before they just made it straight up jazz. I came in as classically trained that had influences of jazz and gospel and R&B and all that other stuff. That it was just hard to choose one. And then it became a point where like, trained AF. Like,
you are trained AF. Yep, absolutely.
So all of that is just kind of the I guess the descendant of what we make.
Awesome. Hey, if you're just joining us, we're speaking with the band DOOTS, which I think that's a collective. Are you guys based in Philly, or are there sort of? I mean, I guess you wouldn't have to be all based in one place if you guys are a band. Yeah, so Philadelphia, right?
We are based in Philadelphia, but we span the whole northeastern corridor.
Yes, we do.
Awesome. DOOTS, I'm speaking with them right now on the Anything Show. They have a new album out right now. It's called The Mess. And you got to tell me about the press that you've done for this album, because it's insane. Maybe I'll forward this question to you, Us. You did a 4-hour broadcast for the album release?
5 hours.
5 hours?
Yeah.
Tell me more about that. What was the story behind that?
The thing about it is, it's been my pleasure to let as many people know about it as possible, because there's nothing that I feel like we are more proud of that we've done. It's the full culmination of our 10 years together and all of the years in our individual lives as artists coming to bear fruit in this moment. Now, this 5 hours, it contained community. We had 25 plus different artists who we have met, not just based in Philly. We even had some folks we had an individual from South Africa. So both national and on a global level, or you can call it international, whichever you like, different artists submitting something to show kind of like as 2 hours worth of opening acts. And opening acts almost seems to undermine what it is, of our peers, of our family, of our friends. Letting out, like, it's called the Let Out because we really wanted to be a platform for folks who have been in quarantine to still have that vibe of like being a part of a show, being a part of a collective call, a collective sound. And then besides that, then we also premiered 2 documentaries of our own. So there was a lot of DOOTS content alongside those documentaries. Thank you. Shout out to Christian Graham, who worked on the 2020 revision documentary, and Scott, who actually edited the documentary that is a behind the scenes of our making of the Mess album. We also did our own live set. When I say live, I mean, you just have to check it out. Don't worry, there's another one coming. We were all socially distant and safely in our own places, but there's nothing liver. We did a 21-minute set. It was crazy. And we premiered several music videos. I mean, we've been busy.
Wow.
We had a memorial for our friend Rich Quick, and we also had lovely hosts who stopped in to chat with us about the project and push forward the message of ending youth incarceration. We partnered with the Village of Arts and Humanities. It was also an effort to make sure that we could be charitable and still working towards the mission. You know what it is. All right, I'm done now. 5 hours.
I mean, might as well just do a mic drop because that was just awesome. Was it so all of this that you're describing, the press, has it been a COVID-19 virtual experience? Has some of it been in person? Like what has that been like, doing press for this album at a time where people are afraid to be in contact with each other in person?
Jay, you want to talk a little bit about this?
Sure.
Yeah. I guess like in terms of press, like because like all of this press is sort of working digitally, I think it was fairly easy for us to do that. It was really just this pandemic has really kind of invigorated us in how we work. Actually, I think especially because we had Scott and Chubbs just most recently moved out of Philly, and so one thing that concerned us for real as a band and as a family was like, okay, how are we going to make this? How are we going to make this equation keep working? And like, when COVID hit, I think we became even more connected and more diligent with being self-sufficient. Being like an independent artist in this industry is very, very hard. So like we put a lot of work into making sure that we can oh God, I'm losing the words here.
It's okay. You're good.
Oh, what were you saying, Scott?
Well, I was just going to say, like, by the nature of Chubbs and I moving sort of at the end of last summer, it's like we actually kind of had a 6-month head start on everybody in terms of this working remote thing. Like we've been in meetings like this since September. You know what I mean? So when COVID hit, honestly, what it sort of did was like it kind of freed up schedules in a way that they hadn't been free up before. And all of a sudden we were meeting like this, like many times a week for hours on end and getting a lot of work done that would have been a lot harder to get done beforehand. And so I actually think we've been able to certain things, obviously we haven't been able to get in a room and write music together, although that's not to say we haven't written music together. But there are certain things we've had to sort of adjust, but for the most part, I feel like we've been able to kind of like convert this sort of bad situation into an opportunity to be maybe even more productive than we would have been otherwise. And in terms of trying to promote the album, this is a digital world anyways. And so it's like, I'm not even sure what opportunities we might have been missing in the physical world or not, because most of the sort of outlets or coverage that we're looking for, it's like we're supposed to get to them through the internet anyway. So now we just have the time to do it.
And the album that you speak of course, it's The Mess. It's out right now. I'm speaking with the band Ill Doots right here on the Anything Show. And how can we get the album? Most importantly, let's explore that.
You can stream it and buy it. The best way to get yourself connected to the album is go to our website, ILLDOOTS. That's illdoots.com. You are going to find what you're looking for when you come to illdoots.com, but it is available everywhere. We talking about Spotify, we're talking about Bandcamp, we're talking about Audio Mac, Amazon, Google, Tidal, everything. And it's free on Bandcamp, actually. So it's really important to us for folks to understand that, like everybody trying to get paid, but we recognize too that what we do is truly a service to the people. Right. And so we want that music to be free and to be available. So you can stream it and you can even download it for pay what you decide. You can take it, you know what I'm saying? When you on that Wi-Fi-less drive through the woods, you know what I'm saying? You can still have it. You ain't got to be connected to Spotify to make it happen.
Yeah.
And we're selling cassettes too. I just want folks to know that if you buy a cassette, there's a special surprise on there for and it's an art piece ultimately. You know, we have to understand that we are creating art. And it's not just a commodity of, can I actually put this in and play it? Look, it's going to come with a digital download code, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful to have the artwork in your hand. It's done by our brother, rest in power, Rich Quick forever. And it's something that we really stand behind. They're limited edition. And there's a little secret on there. I don't know if I should say that on the radio. You think that?
I mean, it's a secret, so I don't know. It might, you know, it might denounce the point of the secret if you tell it to us. But I mean, I would want to know, but I don't know.
You would want to, but John, we have a long history. We have a long history. I would be willing to tell you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, would you rather tell me off the air? I mean,
I could.
You want to share right now?
Listen, I'm just saying. Scott, talk to him.
Here's what I'm thinking is,
okay,
and if people know the secret, here's I think we could tell it because at the end of the day, there's a finite amount of people who can cash in on this secret anyways. So we made a limited edition run of 25 cassettes, right? Of which I believe several have been sold. Okay, we're almost out of that run. And on the night of the let out, the night we released The Mess, we announced that, in fact, there's another album coming very soon, October 2nd, called Age. And we made that announcement. And what the purchasers of our cassettes learned is that, in fact, they also purchased Age. And so they have an advance copy ahead of October 2nd. 25 people who buy the will get to hear Age before it comes out. And everybody else is just going to have to wait.
Okay. Wow. Well, those lucky people who already purchased your album, they must be jumping up for joy right now. That's awesome. Oh, what are you going to do? All right. Well, this next song that we're going to hear as we wrap up our segment here with Ill Doots right here on the Anything Show, coming from their new album, The Mess, which is out right now. IG2G. What's this one about? And maybe Chubbs can take this one if Chubbs, you know.
Sorry, what song did you ask about?
IG2G? Oh. Is that the right way to title the song?
Yeah, I Gotta Go is what that's
I Gotta Go. There you go.
Yeah, this was definitely probably the height of our creative powers in Maine. Yeah, this was one of the most organic songs on the album. It just kind of came out and sounds nothing like anything we've ever done before. And that's part of the reason why I love it so much. Check it out. Words really can't describe that song, is all I can say about it.
Okay. All right. Let's listen to it right now. It's IG2G from Ill Doots. Their album right now called The Mess. You can get it on illdoots.com in a variety of ways. Please check them out. They have a very unique sound. You won't be disappointed. They have a wonderful collective of artists coming from Philly. And hey, it was nice to talk to you guys, man.
You as well.
I see you giving all the signs.
We just found a new hand sign for the Mac.
Yes.
T-M. The Mac.
Hey.
Yeah, this is a new type of sign language. I like it.
It's pretty messy.
It's pretty messy.
Hey, you know what? It's messy, but somehow it's swagalicious. So I'll take it.
Ooh, yeah, right.
Is that a new word that I just made up, or has it been around for a while?
It just sounds good. The way it flowed out, it sounded very
refreshing,
swagalicious.
Yeah, I just improvised. I improvised. Yeah. All right, it's IG2G from Ill Dudes. Hey guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you talking with me.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thank you, listeners.
Listen to The Anything Show with John Francois on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get podcasts. How does John know how to set up podcasts? Is he that? No, he can't be that smart. Follow on Facebook at The Anything Show and on Instagram at Anything Show Francois. Did you get all that?
Did you know that there are over 1 million podcasts out there and over 30 million episodes? So why should you listen to Pod Jerky? Well, we have a little bit of something for everyone. We discuss topics such as fertility, pet peeves, Netflix reviews, music, conspiracy theories, and everything in between. We will entertain you, make you laugh, and make you cry. Our amazing guests are also sure to put a smile on your face. Tune in every week to Pod Jerky on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever podcasts can be found. Pod Jerky, bringing you original flavor.